Right. Let's unpack this. We're taking a deep dive into the Now You See Me franchise today. You know, the series built on high-stakes misdirection, lots of charisma, and, yeah, maybe some plot holes, too. We've gone through a stack of sources reviews, analysis focusing on the 2013 original and looking ahead to the third film, Now You See Me, Now You Don't. It's been a long wait for that one. So our mission really is to look behind the curtain. We want to analyze how that first film worked, or maybe didn't work, and see what the plan is for number 3. Can they actually elevate the series, or is it just going to be more, flashy fun?
Well, that's the core of it, isn't it? The whole franchise has this built-in tension. It's trying to be a magic show and a heist movie all at once. And the first film, I mean, it made a ton of money, huge popcorn success. But critics, they were really divided because it forces you, the viewer, to sort of choose between the spectacle and whether the story actually hangs together. That's the tightrope the third one has to walk.
Exactly. Let's dig into that critical reaction to the 2013 movie. Like you said, polarized is a good word. The sources all agree it was slick, fast-paced, entertaining, cool premise, magicians robbing banks, great cast too. Rotten Tomatoes called it an engaging little summer caper. Sounds about right for the positive side.
But the flip side was pretty strong too. Critics jumped on the story problems almost immediately. They pointed out, if you stop and actually think about how the illusions supposedly work, well, the whole thing kind of falls apart. Lots of complaints about thin characters, style over substance, basically. Prioritizing twists over logic.
And what's really interesting is even people who liked it seem to admit that. Roger Ebert called it razzle-dazzle fantasy. The audience takeaway, looking at places like IMDb, seems to be, it's fun, thrilling, clever tricks, but flawed.
Right. One user comment basically said, try to make sense of it, your head will explode. So I think the verdict on the first one is pretty clear. It succeeded as pure escapism. Maximum entertainment was the goal, and it hit that mark. But that low critical ceiling, the fact that it kept getting called out for sacrificing story for flashy visuals, that's the core problem they've got to solve going forward.
Okay, let's get specific then. What really worked? The sources are pretty united on the core concept, the Four Horsemen. These elite illusionists pulling off massive heists. It felt fresh.
Oh, absolutely. It took that Ocean's 11 vibe, the cool ensemble heist, and mashed it up with our fascination with magic. That combination was genuinely novel.
And the cast helped sell it. You had Eisenberg's fast talk, Harrelson's showmanship, Isla Fisher, Dave Franco.
Plus the gravitas of Morgan Freeman and Michael Caine kind of anchoring it all.
And the pacing was relentless, right? Sharp visuals. It was never boring. It knew how to distract you.
Which brings us right back to the limitations. Problem number 1. The characters. We got archetypes, sure. The mentalist, the card guy, the escape artist. But no real emotional depth.
Yeah, like why were they doing this? What were their lives like? What did they risk? We didn't really get any of that.
Exactly. So the emotional stakes felt really low. We cared more about how the trick was done than about the people doing it.
And the tricks themselves, that was another issue, wasn't it? The sources mentioned the magic often felt kind of fake.
Yeah, artificial is a word that comes up.
Yeah.
Because it leans so heavily on CGI or, quick cuts and editing.
So when you're watching and thinking, okay, how'd they do that? The answer felt like movie magic.
Yeah.
Which isn't quite satisfying.
It's a tough balancing act for the filmmakers, I think.
Yeah.
If they showed you the real, maybe boring method behind every single illusion.
It might kill the magic.
Right. But by using too many impossible camera tricks or CGI assists, they kind of break the audience's trust. One analysis put it nicely, it felt like sleight of hand from the director, using film techniques to distract us. Makes you feel a bit cheated, not clever.
So summing up film 1, great concept, stylish, fun cast, but dragged down by plot holes and shallow characters. Let's say, 6.5 out of 10. Promising, but flawed.
Sounds fair. Now we have to talk about the gap. The second film, Now You See Me Too, in 2016, landed with even less critical love, and the franchise just stalled. The fact that we're waiting until November 2025 for the third one, almost a decade.
Yeah, that screams we need a rethink, a major reset. They must have felt they needed to rebuild some audience trust and just general excitement.
Seems like it. So now you see me, now you don't. They seem serious about this reset. Big news is the original Four Horsemen are back. Eisenberg, Harrelson, Franco, and Isla Fisher. Her return is significant.
Oh, absolutely. She missed the second movie. Getting that original core chemistry back, that feels like a deliberate strategy.
But it's not just nostalgia. They're bringing in new faces, too. Younger magicians.
Right. Justice Smith, Dominic Sessa, Ariana Greenblatt. That adds a new dynamic.
And the villain choice is inspired. Rosamund Pike leading some kind of criminal syndicate. That raises the stakes considerably.
High-caliber antagonist, definitely. The plot sources mentioned involve stealing the Heart Diamond, putting them up against Pike's group.
Plus, a new director, Ruben Fleischer. He knows how to handle ensemble action comedy, like Zombieland.
And they seem confident, right? Sources say a fourth film is already being planned.
Yeah, which suggests the studio really believes this third movie is going to land properly and relaunch the whole thing.
Yeah.
And honestly, the long gap, the new cast mix, it gives them a real shot at fixing those old problems. Bringing back the original cast gets the fans on board, but adding the younger Illusionists, that creates a mentor-protege thing.
Which could finally give us the character depth that's been missing.
Exactly. Suddenly, it's not just about the heist. It's about legacy, passing the torch, the pressures of that secret world. That adds weight.
That generational angle, the teaching, yeah, that builds in the emotional stakes that were just absent before. But there are risks, obviously. The biggest danger is they just fall back into the old habits. All flash, big CGI tricks, spectacle over story.
Right. Can they resist the easy route? And they have to win back the audience after such a long break? That's not easy.
And that core gimmick, the magic heist, it needs grounding. We need to care why they're doing it, not just be dazzled by how.
Which leads us to what fans seem to want, based on the sources. It's a pretty clear blueprint for success. People want to know more about the Horsemen's lives, their motives, the personal cost of it all.
And a really compelling villain. A lot of hope is riding on Rosamund Pike, delivering someone truly threatening, someone who forces real choices.
And crucially clearer rules for the magic. If we understand the boundaries, even loosely, we can invest more in how they bend them.
Yeah, it shifts the audience from just being surprised to actually trying to figure it out alongside them. That's more engaging.
So it's about balancing that genuine, emotional payoff friendships tested, maybe some redemption arcs, with the big, flashy, impossible-feeling magic. That's the tightrope.
If they nail that balance, you mentioned a potential rating, maybe closer to a 7 out of 10, a real step up.
I think so. The potential has always been there with this franchise. Powerful concept. It's just the execution has prioritized maybe the wrong things. Cleverness over connection.
So wrapping up our deep dive, Film 3 has a real opportunity. It could be the definitive Now You See Me if it manages to blend that spectacle with some real heart and consistency. And for you, thinking about storytelling, even with its flaws, this series offers a lot. Themes like illusion versus reality.
Oh yeah, and the mentor-protege dynamic, the burden of legacy, the cost of secrecy, these are rich veins to tap.
That's the final thought, really. If the writers dig into that generational conflict, the actual personal cost of living this hidden life, themes the first two films just kind of hinted at.
Then you get fertile ground for real character stakes, not just clever plot twists, making the magic feel earned, emotionally resonant, not just tricky. That's the real trick they still need to pull off.
Got any thoughts? Feel free to share your opinions or favorite moments in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more reviews and content on the latest news, movies, dramas, and books. And hit the bell icon so you won't miss any new updates.